I thought they were just going to keep up coming out. Our visitors, family, friends, we're super proud you're with us. Today is actually a record-breaking day. For 2021, we had 30 that graduated in 1 week, and so we're super proud of the work these kiddos have done, and we're super proud of the teachers and the staff that help your kiddos. What I say is we do what others can't. We accomplish what others can't. Every one of these students have a story. Their advisor's going to tell us in 2 minutes, but we want to share that time with them. And then on June 3rd, we have our big superintendent graduation, so we're super proud of them. Can we give them one standing ovation, please?
Good morning, everyone. I am here to present on behalf of David. It is my pleasure to present the graduate Dayla Fields. I've had the pleasure of meeting Dayla in the halls and in the parking lot at Bowie High School. Coming to Venture was a very hard decision for Dayla because she didn't want to graduate from Bowie. But I would always tell her, it's not where you graduate as long as you get the diploma. Dayla came to Venture in October with 8.5 credits and is currently has 22 credits. After graduation, Dayla plans to attend what she thinks is the best university, which is Southern University, which is an HBCU, so she can pass in Madison, Louisiana. She plans on majoring in criminal justice and becoming a detective. But she told me, I don't want to do that police work. I looked at her and said, you realize that all detectives are first police officers? She gave her day to look like, whatever. So, in 5 years, she plans on finishing school and living her best life. Advice she gives to students is balance your time out, stay focused, push yourself to finish, never give up, don't procrastinate, and most importantly, pray. She also says you can do anything you put your mind to, thank God for everything, even the bad. Then would like to thank God for the obstacles he has put her through because it's pushed her even harder. She would like to thank her parents for pushing and believing in her, her friends Faith, Shemaiah, for helping her get done in all the motivating talks. She would like to thank Ms. Goodspeed for pulling her aside in December and pushing her to finish all her classes and letting her stay in her room. She wants to thank Bowie administration, and she said, y'all just don't know what I put them through when she was in the halls of Bowie High School. She would also like to thank me, when she calls me Auntie, Officer Davis, for always being there for me. And lastly, she wanted me to say, she wants to thank everyone, the ones that doubted her, and even her haters. In the words of Principal Jones, you're ugly, AKA, he loves you and wants to do the best. I have watched Dayla grow and mature in so many ways, and I know she will accomplish whatever she puts her mind to. Thank you.
First, hi, my friends up here. There's a lot of them. Okay, hi, I'm Mrs. Sarah Kai, and I'm here to speak for Janiyah Shepard. Janiyah had a long list of people she wanted me to thank, but this is not about all of us. This is actually about Janiyah. Janiyah came to us a couple years ago, and boy, she was squirrely. She was everywhere but where she was supposed to be. But about a year into it, everything kind of turned around for Janiyah. She grew up and she started taking an interest in her education. She wanted to be at school, and she didn't just want to earn her credit, she wanted to learn. She told Ms. Cole when she missed answers on a test, she wanted to know why she missed it, not just whatever the grade was. And she sought out teachers like Mr. Ostrowski who challenged her. And she also learned that she could look to teachers for help, like Mr. Michelson, who helped her prepare her essay for her college scholarship, which she won a $1,000 college scholarship from the Kiwanis. She's going to use that to go to TCC and get a certification in radiology. In addition, Janiyah is one of the interest recipients of the President's Award, which I'll be giving to her in a second. But I just wanted to tell Janiyah before I finish that I am so proud of you. You are beautiful and intelligent and smart, and you are going to really make something of your life, and I hope that you give me a call every once in a while and just let me know what's going on so that I can keep up with the great things that you're going to do. And I also wanted to let you know that Jalen said he was very proud of you. So, and just by the way, most teachers and staff that had any interaction with Janiyah, she wanted to thank you. She really loved the support that she got from all of you. So without further ado, I'd like to present Venture's next graduate, Janiyah Shepard.
Hello, I'm Ms. Johnson, and I have the privilege of introducing Michael Highshaw Jr. Michael came to Venture in April, and on his first day of class, he sat at my desk, and we talked about basketball for about 45 minutes. We also talked about his plans for the future, and of course, that included him playing basketball in college at the next level. He even sent me some videos of him playing, and I have to say, he's a pretty good basketball player. I have no doubt that he's going to be successful in college playing basketball. He also says that he wants to study psychology while he is in college. His long-term goal is to play basketball professionally, and I hope that one day we'll see him playing on TV. Michael's greatest accomplishment to date is graduating high school so that he can move to the next chapter of his life. He would like to thank Ms. Goodspeed, Ms. Mueller, and myself for our help getting him graduated and staying on his case until he finished. He would also like to thank his mom for being there for him through everything. Some advice that Michael would like to give all those adventure kids that are still here: don't stress thinking about all you have to complete, just do it. Michael, you're such a sweet young man, and I'm so glad you came to Venture. I'm very proud of the hard work you did to be up here on stage today. Just remember, no matter what life throws at you, keep fighting and never give up. All your dreams will come true. Good luck in college, and with basketball, you're going to be great. It's my honor to introduce Venture's next graduate, Michael Hutchins.
Right. It's always nice. Some of my favorite graduations are the last two of the year because there's always so many friends and family and old graduates that come back to support their friends. It's good. My name is Chad Harris. I am here to speak for Mr. Lawrence Howard. Lawrence he gets to be front and center today. Front row, very center, spotlight. That's awesome. Lawrence is one of my final 4 graduates. I have 4 people scheduled to graduate this semester, and he is the last one and the one that I've had the longest out of those 4. He started with me back in August. He has been with me the whole year. He's a seasoned vet. He got to see a lot of people graduate, come and go. He got to learn from a lot of people's mistakes around him. He got to learn from some of his own mistakes, and he grew tremendously academically throughout this year. Lawrence is somebody who sets a lot of goals. He achieves his goals. He brings a certain presence everywhere he goes. In my advisory, for one, there's always, you can feel a certain amount of energy when he comes in. You can feel that with some people. It's not with everybody, but with Lawrence, when he came in the room, you could feel the energy in the room go up. And likewise, when he finished and graduated, we definitely felt it. We felt a loss in that energy. And he was missed. He's only graduated a couple weeks ago, but the advisory asked about him a lot, and he's missed by a lot of people. With Lawrence, he's got a lot of plans. So immediately after graduation, he wants to join the Marine Corps. Before he goes to the Marine Corps, yes, he wants to do some pick up a trade with automotives. And he wants to do that because he has his birthday coming up in August. So he doesn't want to deploy quite yet. He wants to enjoy his birthday here, and then he wants to get deployed. His goal for the next 5 years is to own a 2-story house, be a diesel mechanic in the Marine Corps, and on his way to retire with his family. His biggest accomplishment in high school was finishing school and fighting through it, never stopping. He had some setbacks here and there like everybody else, but he was always consistent and always moving forward. Some of the things he enjoyed that impacted his journey at Venture was the atmosphere, the people, and this was interesting. He said the people he got to be around with different life experiences, different cultural backgrounds, and they were always very supportive. It was a supportive environment where people encouraged and pushed him. And that's a good thing about Venture. It's a variety of people here. And they all have your back, and they're all pushing forward. Some teachers he wants to thank. He wants to thank Ms. V for all the food. He wants to thank his advisor for all the jokes. He wants to thank Mr. Ostrowski for taking his time and working with him. And he's grateful because he said he had a rough start in Ostrowski's class, and then he had a really great finish. So he was really happy about that. His Spanish teacher, Ms. Negrete, for helping him through her class. Ms. Sinclair and Sarakai for cheering him on. Ms. Wicker for all the help in the endless flow of food. Ms. Thompson for helping him solve problems with better insight and helping him to not just react to problems, but try to figure out how to solve them in the best way and the mature way. and Ms. Goodspeed for pushing him to grind out the rest of his work. And he spent a lot of time, pretty much the last few weeks of high school, he spent with Ms. Goodspeed just loaded through work. He did a really awesome job. So, with that being said, I would like to introduce Venture's newest graduate, Lawrence Howard.
All right, hello, my name is Thomas Michelson, and I have the luxury of speaking on behalf of Faith Farms. So typically, these speeches are done by their advisors, but Faith took pity on me because my advisees are young ninth graders, and I wouldn't be up here for another 2 or 3 years. So thank you for that. I was Faith's U.S. history teacher, and let me say for the most of her time in my class, she was not doing U.S. history. So Faith is a tough egg to crack. She spent most of her time on her phone, texting her homegirls and watching some show. I'm not sure what it was. She's a person that unless you interest her, she won't give you the time of day. I remember walking out of my class during passing period one day and watching her just walk past this guy that was trying to holler at her. I said, we just walked past that guy, and she goes, he was taking too long, I have to take some tea. I'm sorry to the adults that try to do the same. I finally broke Faith's proverbial walls one day, I believe because I was busting the chops with her friends. I think who's also over here. We ended up bonding over my major, the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm a Broncos fan, music, and her hair. I don't believe she doesn't like the Kansas City Chiefs. She just listens to me talk about it all the time. Obviously, we share the same style, so the hair thing makes sense. Eventually, I finally got her to do her work. I think mostly because she was tired of the secondhand embarrassment that I caused her. But I'd like to think that she finally found the faith in herself to get it done. You see what I did there? So Faith is graduating on time. Thank the Lord. All right. After graduation, she plans on taking a gap semester so she can, quote, chase the paper and save money. After, she plans on going to TCC to get her associate's degree in radiology, and in 5 years, she wants to be financially stable and working as an operator. She says that her biggest accomplishment is not quitting, and there sure were some times when she stumbled along the way, but in the words of the late Aaliyah, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Right? Faith says that the things that have positively impacted her in Venture are finding the people that actually care and a good group of friends to share the gossip. Faith wants to thank the following teachers and staff: Ms. Long for allowing me to find my own pace, Ms. Goodspeed for kicking me in the butt when my pace was too slow and for being my school mom, Ms. Thomas for being such a great advisor, and Mr. Michelson, that's me, for being my favorite teacher and allowing me to come to your class when I needed a place to work and take a break. And Ms. Parsons for wanting the best in everybody. Faith wants to thank the following people in her life. My mom for being a symbol of strength in the face of adversity and loss. God for giving me and loving me eternally. My auntie Asia, my brothers, my grandma, my sisters, and all my family that has supported me. Dayla, Jayla, Caleb, Danye, I love you all the mostest. Faith would like to leave Venture students with a quote from Nelson Mandela. It always seems impossible until it's done. Faith, I am so proud of you, and so is everyone else here. And without further ado, our next graduate, Faith Watson.
Hello, happy Friday. I have the privilege, because I don't need to do this much being the AP, so I have the privilege of speaking for Derek Aini. Amendment. You know you have a relationship with someone when you have their ID number memorized. I got it there. I think they're gonna be in my head forever. So we got Derek in summer of last year. So I've seen this handsome face for almost a year. Sometimes a lot more than I would like to have seen him, because he was a frequent flyer of the hallway. In my office, Ms. Parson, I gotta talk to you, it's an emergency. And those emergencies were, can I have some chips? But I always fed him because I love him. He's one of my faves. I felt like his mama sometimes because I was ready on occasion. But he has a lot of people in this room that cared about him and wanted to push him and make sure that he crossed the finish line today. And you are here. So for Derek, he said, what do you want to do after graduation? He said, first he's gonna go straight to work full time and do a trade by any means. Okay? Let's keep it in the legal realm. What goal do you have for the next 5 years? Having a 6-figure income, living comfortable, again, by any means. What do you feel is your biggest accomplishment in high school? Making it to the finish line. Amen. And who would you like to thank? Firstly, God. He wants to thank his dad and family, his aunties, his little sister, his brothers, his cute little girlfriend, I had a cute girlfriend, and my homeboys. And he said, make sure you say this, Ms. Parsons, y'all know who you are. What advice? Well, I'm gonna add something in here because I think his pen must have run out of ink, because there were some people that really made it happen here, and one of them is Miss Goodspeed. Because for the last couple of months, he spent time with her to make sure that he got done, because he liked to walk the halls, and so she had him in one spot. And Mr. Meeks over there kept him here when he was on the line to be sent back to his home campus, I think about 5 or 6 times. And I know he secretly loves me because he asked me to do this, so you're welcome. And what advice would you give to current students? Life ain't always, life ain't gonna always be what you have planned out. You might fall short, but you have an opportunity to come back stronger. And Derek, you did it. I believe 100% that you're gonna do great things. Look at me. I love you. You got my heart, boy. I got your number memorized. So let me celebrate Derek Ianni. Hello, I'm Ms. Anderson, this is Gracie, and I'm here to speak on behalf of Chris Maldonado. While this is a joyful occasion for Chris and his family, it's a day to celebrate all of his accomplishments. It's a bittersweet moment for me, because you know about me. Chris will no longer be in my advisory, and although I'm incredibly proud of him, I will truly miss him. Chris joined Venture High School in 2023 as a true freshman. After participating in the newcomer program during his junior high year, he transferred over to the Venture side. During this time here, Chris earned 26 full credits and completed an endorsement, and is graduating at just 15 years old. It's an amazing accomplishment that reflects his commitment and hard work. After graduation, Chris plans to attend TCC and continue building towards his bright future. In 5 years, he sees himself working full-time in his chosen career field and traveling, showing his ambition and adventurous spirit. Chris shared that the smaller class sizes and supportive teachers made a positive impact on his journey.
He'd like to thank his parents, his advisory class, Junior and Isaac, Mrs. Woodson, Miss Anaya, and teachers, Mrs. Ritchie, Miss Sinclair, Miss Regan, Mrs. Wicker, Mrs. Stringer, Mrs. Hernandez, Miss Smith, and myself. Chris, it's been an honor to watch you grow. I can't wait to see all the incredible things that you do in your future. Congratulations. Now, Ms. Gracie is going to translate what I just said in a condensed version in Spanish.
Hola, mi nombre es Miss Gracie y hoy voy a traducir para Miss Anderson, para los papás de Christopher. Hoy tengo el honor de hablar sobre los logros de Chris Maldonado, un joven excepcional que ha logrado avances significativos durante su tiempo en Venture High School. Al incorporarse como estudiante de primer año en 2023 tras el programa para recién llegados, Chris ha demostrado una determinación y resiliencia excepcionales, obteniendo 26 créditos completos y una especialización, todo antes de graduarse a los 15 años. Su trayectoria académica se ha visto respaldada por clases más reducidas y profesores dedicados, por lo que expresó su gratitud. Después de graduarse, Chris planea asistir a TCC este otoño y aspira a forjar una carrera exitosa mientras explora el mundo. Cabe destacar que Chris considera la obtención de su diploma de bachillerato como su momento de mayor orgullo, ya que simboliza un hito importante como la promesa de futuros logros. Ha sido un privilegio presenciar su crecimiento y espero con ansia sus futuros éxitos. Felicidades, Chris.
Hello, I am Ms. Long, and today I have the honor of speaking on behalf of Karen Grant. Although Karen is not my advisee, Ms. Hernandez kindly permitted me to share a few words, so hopefully I'll be able to get through this without Karen. Alright, so throughout life, you encounter certain people with whom you truly connect, and for me, Karen is one of those individuals. Last year, Karen had me world geography and food studies, which allowed us to get to know each other well. She's a great conversationalist, and we have discussed a wide range of topics, including religion, movies, interesting TV shows, music, philosophy, future plans, and life goals. One day in class, she taught me a code language, where McDonald's represented one thing, Wendy's stood for another, Starbucks meant something entirely different. Also, we keep our conversation private. That conversation might go all over the place, but I was happy to play along, and I hope I was able to offer her some sound advice during our discussion. I have not had Karen for a class this school year, but she visits my class often, asks for advice, get helps with assignments, and for lotion. There is never a dull moment with Karen. She continuously amazes me with her depth and breadth of knowledge on various subjects and the strong relationships she's built with others. Karen started off at Venture with a core group of friends, but then life took a turn, and those friends left one by one to pursue different educational paths. With each departure, Karen questioned whether she was on the right path, but she remained steadfast in her decision to stay at Venture. Her resourcefulness, perseverance, and adaptability truly set her apart, and I don't doubt that those character traits will lead her far in the future. When asked about her plans immediately after graduation, Karen has been accepted to Tyler Junior College, where she will complete her basics, and then she will transfer to a four-year college to major in biology with a minor in cinematography. Within the next 5 years, Karen has a plan to attend graduate school for dentistry, with the ultimate goal of becoming a traveling cosmetic dentist. When asked what her biggest accomplishment was in high school, Karen said, graduating a full year early. Karen would like to thank all of the wonderful teachers and staff at Venture who pushed her past her comfort zone. She wanted to thank me for being the springboard for her cause.
To her mom, she said, "Thank you for being my guidepost and my North Star, and showing me the right way to live." Most importantly, Taryn wants to thank God, for without him, none of this would be possible. To Taryn, stay in touch. I'm so proud of you, and I am going to miss you dearly. With that said, please help me congratulate our next graduate, Taryn LeGrand.
Good morning, I'm Mrs. Bebete, and I'm here today to introduce Rogi Dean. Rogi is a beautiful young lady inside and out. She's an incredibly intelligent student who carries herself with dignity, grace, and a quiet confidence that is both very admirable and inspiring, especially for someone so young. Her respectful demeanor and classness leave a lasting impression with everyone she meets. Rogi joined Venture in August 2024, and in just 9 months, she has accomplished an extraordinary amount. She completed 12 credits, which equates to 24 classes, and is graduating with distinction, holding 3 endorsements: multidisciplinary studies, arts and humanities, and STEM. She is also the recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Academic Excellence and the President's Award for Academic Achievement. She's graduating with an impressive 30.5 credits. Most recently, she was recognized as Arlington ISD's Student of the Month for May, a well-deserved honor. And on top of it all, she has already been accepted to UT Arlington, where she began studying biochemistry engineering in the fall. Rogi plans over the next 5 years, she dreams of traveling to at least 5 new countries, owning her own home, and earning her degree. She also wants to continue growing both personally and professionally, which in itself is a reflection of her deep self-awareness and drive. When asked about her greatest accomplishment, Rogi shared that it was staying focused on her long-term goals and maintaining strong academic performance while managing other responsibilities. She believes some of the best things about her experience at Venture have been the supportive teachers, the opportunity for personal and academic growth, and the warm, welcoming environment created by the entire staff. Rogi would like to express her heartfelt thanks to me for my support and guidance as her advisor here at Venture, to Ms. Sinclair for being, in Rogi's words, the best math teacher ever, to Ms. Wilson for always being welcoming, kind, and supportive. She would like to say thanks to Mrs. Cole, Mrs. Ritchie, Mrs. Benalzo, Mrs. Beaker, Mr. Woodson, Mrs. Thomas, Mrs. Robbins, Ms. Kiltis, Mrs. Stranger, the counselor, Mrs. Miller, Mrs. Woodson, and Mrs. Hanks, as well as our amazing assistant principal, Mrs. Parsons. In fact, she would like to thank the entire Venture staff for the support they've shown her through the virtual year. Her advice to future Venture students is simple but powerful. Surround yourself with people who want to see you succeed and never stop pushing to become the best version of yourself. Rogi also extends a heartfelt thank you to her family for always believing in her, even in moments when she struggled to believe in herself. She said, and I quote, "Thank you, Mom, for being my role model, an example of the woman and incredible human being I aspire to be." A special thank you goes to her brother and best friend, Mohammed. She says, "Thank you, Mohammed, for always being by my side, motivating me and reminding me never to give up. You are more than a brother. You are my rock, my support system, and my best friend." Now, in honor of Rogi's family, I will deliver 2 short messages in 2 different languages. Please bear with me. I don't know all of, and my French is a bit rusty, but I will give it my best to give it to honor Rogi. So for Rogi's family, Jaradir bien samay baju, Silingen Bersimen, Begilonen Moisama Mission Siaduna. The next one, je suis reconnaissant de votre famille qui est toujours là pour me soutenir. Je vous rendrai toujours fier. Je t'aime. Rogi, you left your home country of Senegal and traveled far with part of your family in search of better opportunities. In such a short time, you not only learn a new language, but also completed your entire high school education. What you accomplished is nothing short of remarkable and truly inspiring. I will miss you dearly, and I know in my heart that you will become a successful professional, ready to take on the world by storm. Never give up, and I always remember I'm here for you whenever you need. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce you with our newest amazing graduate, Rogi Ngui.
Good morning. My name is Ms. Beaver, and I have the honor of speaking on behalf of Sanaya Williams. Sanaya entered my advisory in February of 2024. When she got here, she had 11 and a half credits and a desire to graduate early, which she has done. Sanaya says her biggest accomplishment is graduating a year early on the 26th plan with a baby. She says becoming a mom didn't stop her from achieving her dreams. In the past year and a half, Sanaya has tried new things and is not afraid to step outside of her comfort zone. She tried for Fire Academy and even spent some time with student council. Based on these characteristics, I have no doubt she will succeed in her future plans. She wants to start school at TCC in the fall to become an ultrasound technician, and in the next 5 years, she wants to be wealthy and have a thriving little family. Sanaya said the teachers here at Venture had the greatest impact on her, and she would like to thank a few of them. To Ms. Beaver, thank you for being the best advisor. You're welcome. To Ms. Beaver and Ms. Smith, thanks for never giving up on me and encouraging me to keep going. Ms. Thompson, thank you for being a school mom and listening to the stuff I had to say and letting me come into your office to get snacks. She wants to thank Ms. Cole, Ms. Bell, Mr. Morales, and her friend Tasia. To my son, Mir, Mommy loves you so much. To my mom and grandma, thank y'all for being here for me and going through this journey and helping me accomplish my dream of graduating. For my uncles, thank you for being like father figures and never giving up on me. And to my siblings, thanks for dealing with my silliness. I love you guys so, so much. I asked Anaya what words of wisdom she wanted to impart, and she said, the only friend you have is that work. Get them credits. Zanaya, thank you for staying and waiting a little longer with me. The extra time adventure has helped you grow even more than you thought possible and set you up to be the most successful version of yourself. I know you're anxious to get out into the world, but you will be missed, especially by me. Ladies and gentlemen, Adventure's next graduate, Sanaya Williams. And I get the privilege of staying up here to celebrate our next graduate, Diego Esparza. Diego came to Venture from our Newcomer Center in January 2024, where he had attended for a year and a half. Immediately upon moving to the Venture side, Diego demonstrated his dedication to his academics. And he feels his biggest accomplishment here at Venture is graduating with 29 and a half credits and receiving the President's Award for Achievement. Diego can be pretty shy and reserved, so if you haven't interacted with him directly, don't be particularly alarmed.
his lack of extrovertedness is made up tenfold by his friendliness, curiosity, and drive to be his best self. Immediately after graduation, he might join the United States Marine Corps or attend a trade school, but he's so good at so many things, it's hard to imagine that he won't excel at whatever he decides to do. In the next 5 years, he would like to have his own place and a car, and to be self-sufficient and happy. Happiness is a natural disposition for him, as is self-sufficiency. But he does feel like venture lent him a helping hand in achieving the goal of being up here today. He appreciates the self-paced system that allowed him to expedite his classes, especially as we got down to the wire. In light of that, he does have some staff members he would like to thank. Mr. Kopetsky, Mrs. Wicker, Mrs. Van Ostel, Mrs. Thomas, Mr. Barris, Mr. Ostrowski, Mr. Dominguez, Mrs. Hall, Mrs. Walter-Pasner, Ms. Beaver, and Mrs. Stringer. He says, that may be a lot, but I'm thankful to all of them for being super cool. And I think I speak for all of us, Diego, when I say that we think you are super cool too. He would also like to thank his parents, his aunt and uncle, his grandparents, and his friend Axel. Diego, I was very lucky to get you in my advisory, and I'm sure it wasn't always easy with a large group of girls constantly at my desk. But you made the most of your time at Venture, even letting me push you a little outside your comfort zone to join student council. And I'm so excited for what the future holds for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Venture's next graduate, Diego Esparza.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Bell, and I have the honor of introducing our next graduate today, Tommy Milton. What can I say? She is an amazing mom. She works hard, literally day and night, to provide the best for her son. She makes no excuses and keeps her head up, even when things seem impossible or when life changes priorities quickly. She is very special to many of our faculty and staff. We've listened to her, we've laughed with her, we've cried with her, and we're all unbelievably proud of her and her journey. I hope you're proud of me too. After graduation, she plans on being a full-time mom for a little bit to find out who she is as a person after facing so many challenges and recreating herself while fighting to get to this day on this stage with her diploma. She views today as the end of her required schooling, but also the beginning of a new life. In the next years, she wants to see her son playing at home, in their own home, living comfortably. Cash wants to focus on home and personal goals for a bit. Over the years, she wants to try some different interests, such as doing hair, property management, and maybe becoming a phlebotomist. Her main goal, though, is to inspire her son to be the best that he can possibly be. When he hears your story and understands, I know he's going to be so proud of you and inspired by you. Making it through high school itself is an accomplishment, but opening up to meet new people, trying new ideas, changing your mindset, learning all while facing new challenges are also accomplishments that should be celebrated. She suggests to current students, in her words, be proud, be bold, and be you. Don't be afraid to try something new, try new styles. Try new friend groups, take adventures, talk to your peers. Everyone here has the same goal as you. She also has some teachers that she would like to thank. She would like to thank Ms. Thompson and Ms. Johnson for pushing her through grad lab and seeing her potential even on the days that she couldn't see it. She wants to thank Ms. Beaver for being the best advisor and seeing her through the many ups and downs of life and never giving up on her. You saw a dim light and always made sure her cup was full of life. Ms. Goodspeed, she thanks you for being a safe space for her and all the talks and walks and getting her together anytime that you saw that she wasn't being okay or wasn't doing okay. For also reminding her to be the beautiful young woman that she is. She thanks you for being her school mom and providing her guidance. Cash, you have definitely left a mark here in Venture. And your story is an inspiration to the others around you. love you, and miss you, and we fully expect updates and pictures from you. Please join me in congratulating Venture's newest graduate, Latanya Miller.
Hello everyone, my name is Ms. Hernandez, and I'm here to present our next Venture graduate, Galilea Contreras Martinez. Galilea joined Venture in January of this year, and in just one semester, she has demonstrated incredible motivation and determination by earning 6.5 credits. In that short time, she has proven herself to be a smart, driven, and a truly remarkable young woman. Galilea plans to attend TCC to pursue a degree in accounting. Over the next 5 years, she hopes to begin working in the field, gaining hands-on experience as an accountant. Her goals include becoming financially independent and having a place she can call her own. And knowing Galilea, there's no doubt she'll make that happen. Today, Galilea, we're celebrating not just your accomplishments, but your journey. I've had the privilege of watching you grow, not just in the classroom, but as a person. Even through challenging times, you remain focused and committed, learning to balance responsibilities with maturity and grace. Galilea would like to thank all of her teachers for the support and guidance throughout her time at Venture. She also wants to thank her friends who have been there to lift her spirits and cheer her on when she needed it most. Your friendship has meant the world to her. But Galilea's greatest source of motivation has been her parents. She says their hard work, sacrifices, and unconditional love have shaped the person she is today. Her dream is to make them proud and to give back for everything they have done for her. So this next part is for her family, which I'll be saying in Spanish. Las siguientes palabras son para la familia de Galilea, de parte de ella. Gracias a mi hermano que siempre ha estado allí cuando lo necesito y apoyándome todo el tiempo. Sabes que te quiero mucho. Mamá y papá, que son mis fuerzas y motor para siempre salir adelante, gracias por todo su apoyo y por siempre estar conmigo a pesar de la distancia. Todo lo que soy y lo que he logrado se los debo a ustedes. Siempre los llevo en mi corazón con gratitud y mucho orgullo. Los amo mucho. And before I announce her as the official graduate, I would also like to congratulate her and present her with the President's Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. So everyone, please congratulate our newest Venture graduate, Galilea Contreras Martinez.
Hi, Vivian. It's my honor to introduce another graduate today, Keone Lowe. The person that walked into this building at the beginning of the school year is not the one that is leaving us. In her short time here, she has significantly grown academically and personally. She has learned to ask for help, use her persistence to obtain her own goals, while also motivating others to obtain their goals as well. She showed vulnerability and respect to everyone around her, advocated for and protected her friends and brothers fiercely by doing what was right, even if it meant making some people upset. She is truly a kind and beautiful person and deserves the best things in life. She says her biggest accomplishment is getting school done, but she never gives herself enough credit. She has accomplished growing into a happier, smarter, and more confident young woman. I can't adequately express how proud I am of her accomplishment and who she is becoming. Keone has the tools to accomplish whatever she wants next in life, and she has her eyes set on getting a good paying job, stacking some money, going to tech school, and getting a place all of her own. She says that she wants to accomplish all of this in 5 years, but knowing her, I know she'll make it happen sooner. Some of the teachers that she would like to thank for helping her and answering all of her questions were Ms. Waldrop, Mr. Ownby, Ms. Thompson, Mr. Perales, Ms. Goodspeed, and myself. She would also like to thank her mom, her pops, Monty, Gaga, Shia, and her brothers, Jeremiah and Trigo, for being there for her when things got tough and reminding her not to give up. She also wants to remind students still working towards graduation to not give up either. Keep going and keep growing. Please join me in congratulating Venture's newest graduate, Keanu Love.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Mrs. Mulder Kasner, and today I have the pleasure of speaking for Diamante Gordon. From the get-go, Monty has had such incredible energy in my advisory. And as he started to open up more, he really became a self-advocate, and he made sure he got what he needed. He is graduating a whole year early today. After graduation, Monty wants to start studying real estate. He wants to get into the fashion field, and he wants to get his degree in business administration. 5 years from now, his goal is to have his own skyrise apartment somewhere in Miami, and then he wants to be the #1 real estate agent in America. He says his biggest accomplishment is graduating a whole year early with both of his parents here to see that. So thank you for motivating him. He says that Venture really made a difference. He says that because of Venture, he was able to distance himself from some of the trouble he was in at Lamar, and it was just the best thing that he's ever done. He has a lot of people to thank, and he didn't want to miss anyone. He says thank you to our social workers and to each and every teacher that he had. He is so grateful for you, specifically for his friends and family. He wants to thank his mama, his dad, his brothers, his sister, his granny, his Aunt KK, and his uncle. And he specifically wants to give a shout out to Miss Kiani, Zanaya, Naomi, and Kendall. Students, this is some good advice, so take heed. Always ask for help, he says. Even though you might feel like you're being annoying, it will help you a lot. And Monty, please take this advice with you, whether it's real estate, the fashion industry, negotiating for that skyrise apartment. Ask for help because you deserve it and you guys have all earned it. So without further ado, please welcome our next graduate, Diamante Gordon.
Good morning. I am Mrs. Wicker, and I am up here to present for Crystal Davila. Crystal is such a sweet, sweet student. She was always the first one in first period, and I loved starting my day with her. I enjoyed hearing about her love of reading, and we talked about music. She's super creative, and her writing is phenomenal. She may not believe this, but she is also really good at math. She is way smarter than she gives herself credit for, and she is also very open-minded. She likes to try new things, and I enjoy sharing restaurants and music with her. After graduation, Crystal's planning to get a job, save up money, and then go to college for a degree in business. In the next 5 years, she plans to be money stable, have a bachelor's degree, and then start the next steps of entering the business world with her degree. Crystal says that her biggest accomplishment is graduating because she knows that she procrastinated a lot. I think even last week she wasn't sure she was going to be in here today. She didn't, But I remember telling her that all the work that she has left, which wasn't very much, and it was doable, and then she did it. So I'm really proud of her for being up here today. She says that being able to be self-paced had a great impact on her venture journey. She also says that the teachers here are amazing and deserve so much credit. She wants to thank some teachers and family for helping her along the way. She wants to thank Ms. Wicker for being so easygoing and making every morning a good one. You're welcome. Ms. Smith for motivating her so much with the book that Crystal is writing. Mrs. Thomas because she's so nice and always made me smile without even having to speak. And Mr. Omi for making math easy to understand. Now she wants to thank her family, and these are her words. I'm thankful to my mom and her funny words of motivation and her cooking. Her cooking really helped me push through. Thank you to my sister Ashley for being a good friend to talk to and to irritate. And I want to also thank my older sister Grace, who always pushed me towards graduating. Crystal, I already miss having you in my first period, starting my day with you. I've enjoyed getting to know your sweet personality, and I can't wait to read all the books that you're going to write in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating Crystal Davila. All right, now I get to speak on behalf of Teddy Tran. Teddy came to Venture in October, and with the help of my former advisee, Jonathan, he was able to join my advisory team. He started off great, earning his credits, but then like most students, he and his bestie slowed down a little bit. He and I would talk about music and food, and so I decided to bribe him with food. Whoever could finish Mr. Woodson's class first wins. So of course, only a day or two later, Mr. Woodson sent in both of their credits on the exact same day. So they enjoyed their stuffed sandwiches at lunch, and then after that, the rest of the credits started rolling in, and now here we are today, graduating a year early. After graduation, Teddy plans to go to real estate school while working on his automotive mechanic skills. In the next 5 years, he hopes that he will eventually be close to starting up his own mechanic shop or owning a successful mechanic shop that does it all. Teddy feels that his biggest accomplishment is finishing a year early and being able to move on. He says the biggest thing that impacted him at Venture is the teachers. The teachers here are all supportive and helpful in different ways to motivate him and the other students. He wants to thank Mrs. Walter Kasner, Mrs. Sarakai, Mr. Michelson, Mr. Ostrowski, Mr. Woodson, Ms. Smith, and Mrs. Wicker, and all the other teachers that he had. He especially wants to thank Ms. Sinclair for being so awesome and having the best classroom. He wants to thank his family, so these are his words. I want to thank my mom for always pushing me to do great. My dad for always checking up on me. Thank you to my brothers for always being there to guide me and pushing me to be great. And thank you to my second family, the Barajas family, for being welcoming and being there for me when I needed them. He wants to leave you all with this from Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Ladies and gentlemen, help me congratulate Teddy Tran.
Mina Amasudi. Mina came to Venture in October of 2023 to restart and be the best version of herself. She with the skills that she learned, how to log in and have some fun at the same time. Her biggest accomplishment was coming through Venture and graduating. After finishing some core courses at TCC, she'll transfer to UTA to study pediatrics, and she'll be doing interior design and fashion on the side. Her words, duh, as much as I love clothes, it's going to be a side thing for now. She wants to thank Ms. Ricker for being her therapist, and Ms. Van Alsteel for always making her laugh. She also wants to thank Mom for always pushing me to be the best version of myself and sticking up for me. She also wants to thank Dad for dealing with my spending and always providing me with everything I need. She wants to thank her best friends for making her high school experience fun since the start. Her advice to you all is you can have anything you want in life if you dress up for it. To Mina, you lead by example by living in the moment, taking care of others, sometimes before yourself. Community and caring for others always comes first for you. The work does get done. You always are promised. But you ensure your well-being for your community, your loved ones first and foremost. I will miss Mina's thrift fits, her protective heart, the joy she shared with friends, and the joy of her cousin Malik's birth and growing, and her wonderful smile. I wish you the best on your next chapter. I'm so proud of you. Please help me congratulate our next graduate, Mina Amasudi.
All right, we are almost finished with these last two amazing graduates. But right now, I have the privilege of honoring someone very special to me, Jimena Alvarez. From the moment that I met Jimena this year, I could tell right away that she was one of the kindest, funniest, and most incredibly generous people that I have the joy of knowing. Her love language is gift giving. If you've ever received something from her, you know it wasn't just a gift. It was a reflection of how much she cares about you. Jimena served as our student council vice president, where she led not just with responsibility, but with her heart. She made people feel seen and supported and valued. She is hardworking and compassionate and kind to everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. She was always the first person to stand up and help whenever needed. Today we celebrate not just her graduation, but her tremendous achievement of finishing high school a whole year early with her Phlebotomy certificate in hand. She did this while overcoming many challenges that people may have never seen. Her determination is really inspiring. Jimena's future is as bright as her spirit. She plans to become a phlebotomy tech, then return to school to become a dialysis technician. And as she proudly says, while making money. Her dreams to own a ranch, drive her dream truck, and buy her parents the ranch they have always wanted. That's Jimena, always thinking of others and always dreaming bigger. She told me that the teachers here at Venture made a real difference in her life. But I want to say this, Jimena, you made a difference here. Always thinking of others, you made a difference here. You left a mark on this school and everyone that was lucky enough to get to know you. Jimena would like to thank her closest friends as well as the following people who supported her during difficult times. Mr. Grete, her advisor, Ms. Hanks and Mr. Whittaker, and she would like to thank me for making her feel welcomed and loved, for always listening to her yap and being her school mom. She also added for me leaving her unheard. I don't know what she means. The minute as you drive off into your future, maybe in that dream truck of yours, I hope you carry the knowledge that you are loved, admired, and endlessly supported. I will miss you so much, and I truly hope you have the best life ever, because if anyone deserves it, it's you. Before I present her, Mr. Grande has a few words in Spanish.
Así dijo Jimena, quiero dar las gracias a mi familia por todo el apoyo que me han brindado. Ellos son el motivo por el que estoy aquí, en este escenario hoy. Gracias, mamá, por creer en mí y enseñarme a ser tan fuerte como tú. Te admiro muchísimo y estoy muy agradecida por tener una madre como tú. Siempre me enseñaste a poner a Dios en primer lugar. Gracias a Él he tenido la fuerza para salir adelante en medio de todos los problemas y obstáculos. Por último, quiero agradecer a la ciudadana Pete por soportarme todo el año que confía en mí. Jimena, tú eres más fuerte de lo que imaginas. Eres capaz, inteligente, amable y una persona muy fácil de tratar. Sé que lograrás muchas cosas buenas en tu vida y espero que un día vengas a visitarme y me cuentes todo lo bueno que has logrado. Te quiero mucho.
The world is ready for you, and we cannot wait to see what you do next. I love you, Jimena. Please join me in celebrating Jimena Alvarez.
Right, so, of course, y'all heard the rules, we have 2 minutes. I just didn't think that applied to me, so. I'm talking for Senator Kowalski today. So, among my graduates this year, I don't know the longest, he came here about 4 semesters ago. And it took a little time to get to the swing of an accelerated self-paced program. And yes, I know I said accelerated and self-paced. It is self-paced, but it's intended to be an accelerated self-paced. And of course, he accelerated in some of his classes much faster than others. He's a numbers guy and a science guy. And he did take some blow-off classes in there, like advanced quantitative reasoning and things like that. Just little silly things. So. Really a smart guy. I don't want to say that he wasn't motivated, because that's just not true. He just took advantage of his self-paced problem. We'll say that, right? But no, he had a different plan when he was going through this motion. A lot of us were in A classes, and we're working on A classes a little bit. And some of his teachers, including me, would get kind of nervous, kind of frustrated, because like, bro, you haven't turned anything in your history class in like 3 weeks. Yeah, but I did like 6 months worth of work in these other 2 classes. So it was very tough for us to gauge where he was. In fact, until, what time did you finish your exam? Yeah, until then, yesterday, wasn't sure if he was graduating. But he always stayed super calm and super cool and maintained that. Yeah, I'm good, graduate. Don't worry about it. I wish that I hadn't, because I did. We all were. He just seemed so stress-free, and I wish I had a little bit of that. In fact, okay, so he is clearly not one of those quiet and shy guys. In fact, in my super diverse group in advisory class, we often had spirited discussions, and if you looked at my class, you would understand that the majority of them don't care too much about Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. But however, he kept them all engaged talking about stuff like that. He's just that kind of guy. He's a really special guy. We even had a long discussion about the different fundamental differences in toast and pastries and sandwiches and hot dogs.
with whiteboard visuals and everything. It was a very fun day. I think that the conversation has continued ever since. Anyway, he plans to attend TCC for a couple of years, smart move, save some money. Then go to UTA for his Bachelor's of Art, and hopefully within 5 years, live independently in an apartment, do something new with his art. Here we go, let's see. Yeah, so like I said before, Sutton works well under pressure. We saw his hardest work shortly before a hard deadline. And, again, that just stretched me plumb out, And so he thrived on that. And while there, he slowed way down. I was really worried because it wasn't like that one class that he was accelerating. I was like, what's going on here? For those of you who don't know, in the Boy Scouts of America, the highest achievement you can earn is an Eagle Scout. It takes skill, dedication. It's really a lifelong achievement. And he slowed down a little bit to get that done. I'm getting the youth talk for 6 minutes already. So he is graduating after having just earned his Eagle Scout award last night, everybody. So give him the teachers and staff at Venture are amazing and really help him push through. He knows a lot of people, or I know a lot of people are cheering for you. He wanted to thank a few people, including me, for always helping him, usually not with the academics, because he's, like I said, a very smart guy. Let's see, Miss Robbins, for having a class that he can kind of relax and have fun in. The kitchen staff for being kind and always making him smile in the morning. His brother for helping him see that it could all be done. I know I mentioned somebody, Mr. Barris for being the best science teacher ever. No offense to Mr. Ostrowski for his daily encouragement. His dad for encouraging him no matter what. His mom for always being there to support him and pushing him to succeed. He couldn't have done this without you, Mom, and they stayed involved all along, and that is refreshing. He had one thing that he wanted me to read here in the end before I introduce our final graduate today. A piece of advice that he would like to quote a philosopher, English philosopher, I think, Bertrand Russell. Love is wise. Hatred is foolish. In this world, which is getting more and more closely interconnected, we have to learn to tolerate each other. We have to learn to put up with the fact that some people say things we don't like. We can only live together in that way. And if we are to live together and not die together, we must learn a kind of charity and a kind of tolerance, which is absolutely vital to the continuation of human life on this planet. Pretty profound. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the last graduate, Sutton Kowalski.
Thank you all for being here today. At this time, I'm going to ask the graduates to stand. Give them a round of applause.
It's been a joyful day. Okay.